Hello and welcome to Benz Addiction. If you have a W164 with only a radio and not even auxiliary or Bluetooth, or a W164 with auxiliary and Bluetooth, or a Mercedes-Benz CLK class with Bluetooth or without Bluetooth, with camera or without camera. So far we have discussed different ways of adding Bluetooth to the original system for Mercedes-Benz. I get this question most of the time from people: how about Android Auto and Apple CarPlay? We will have the advantage of being able to move this from one car to other, and this is also we can use with any Mercedes-Benz from 1970s to 2020s. The other advantage is that the original audio system for most of the Mercedes-Benz in terms of audio quality and power output is almost perfect, so you don't have to settle with anything less than that. So here is the packing. CarpodGo, very neat and compact packing. Let's open up and see what's inside. Okay, here is what's inside the packing, the first packing. This is the display only Bluetooth. You have 3 options to choose when buying this product, of course. Again, it's very neatly packed, like you are unpacking an iPhone or something. In the back of the device, there is this magnet, which is very strong. This is a dashboard mount type piece. So you have the option to use this mount. Also have the option to use this small mount to mount it directly to the dashboard. Okay, let's peel off this. So right off the bat, you can see that the screen is almost bezel-less and very thin and very nice design that you would see on many factory cars like Audis, BMWs, and Mercedes-Benzes. So very impressed. So from top we have USB, then microphone, then AV in, and then auxiliary in, and finally we've got the power cord. Windscreen mount, we have the backup camera or reverse camera over here. We've got the cable for reverse camera. It's a very thin design cable, which is great. We have some device over here. Basically, this is a filter. And then we have a Bluetooth dongle over here. We've got different types of mounts. This is the dashboard mount. You've got 2 bays for it, and you've got the rod for the mount, as well as finally the OTG cable. And finally, over here, a nice design power cord. As you can see, it also gives you a USB and with an on and off button. This goes to your cigarette lighter. Let's go ahead and install it on the car and see how it looks like. Using the code provided and the link, you will get a $50 off this device. If you rotate the sticking dashboard piece 90 degrees like that, you will be able to bring LED screen even more forward, more flush, and in a lower position on a W164, just like that. And it looks cool actually on a W164. So you only need to connect the Bluetooth of your mobile device to this, and then you will get this screen over here to be able to connect to Android Auto. And this almost took no time, and you can see my phone is already playing this music. I was able to connect to Android Auto in less than a minute. Let's go ahead and install this on my CLK W209. If you do not need a backup or reverse camera, please skip this part. Okay, to install the camera itself, I think the best spot would be here to stick to this area, this plastic area, and then we can cross the cable from this area over here. So to get access to that section we need to remove few of these clips, and that's easy with the removal tool. And then remove this triangle from here. Of course there will be a few more clips to remove the triangle bracket. Pull the clip up and move to the left, and you can remove it in that way, and the rest would be easy. There are a few more clips. So you need to pry that out. A few clips and the liner is already off. Then let's remove these 4 T20 screws from the surrounding of this plastic bezel at the back. To remove those 5, if you pull toward yourself, the whole plastic plate will come out, and then you will have access to these. Then if you push these 2 plastic clips, you will be able to remove the license plate lighting, and it's a good time to check these lights as well. If they're black and not working or blown, just replace them right away. And then we will have access to this area. We can make a small hole or a little groove neatly beside it so we can cross our wire. But if you only need to replace the bulbs, you only need to remove these 2 Phillips screws from here, and that's how I made the hole. It's more than enough for me. I'm going to use a grommet around it so I don't damage the cable. Okay, this was the hard part. Let's pull the camera cable out and put the plastic cover in place. Okay, so now we got this camera over here. It actually fits perfectly in this space over here, and it's very flush with everything. It's not really apparent from the back, and it's not sticking out. It's perfect size and it's perfect fitting. So let's go ahead and stick it on using the double-sided tape provided. Okay, done. Very nice and neat. And it's not hindering the lights or the lock mechanism at all. Looks good. I actually used fabric tape and it really looks good. No one knows that there's like camera cable crossed through this section. So it's very unified with the original wiring, and I'm going to continue that, and I'm gonna cross it through here. It goes to the, this red wire needs to go to the backup light over here, and I'll show you how to do that easily. Okay, we put everything back over here by putting all the clips and the cover, plastic cover, and 2 T20 screws, and also the triangle, and we're working out from here. Just need to remove few clips from here to remove the cover for this quarter panel, and then what we need to do is push through the cable neatly and connect it to the backup light. So if you want to access the backup power, the third one from the top, it's the gray yellow on the right hand side, and it's the blue white or blue gray from the left hand side. It's the third one from the top, so you can access that as well and connect your backup power to it. Of course, this one is separating and going through that wiring harness inside the cabin, and then I'll let you know how to neatly cross that cable towards the head unit. Also, because this is a coupe, removing the back seats would be a piece of cake using these. Okay, I'm crossing the cable from behind this trim over here all the way from around this little seat cushion, and as you can see, underneath the seat belt, and I will push it underneath the door trim without removing of any of the trims. So easy so far. Let's continue. So here, as you can see, I'm pushing it underneath the door trim panel in the rear seating area, and it's neatly going underneath. It's important to give the cable right amount of tension. You don't want to push it or pull it too much. There we go. And now I put the seat back in the original location so we can continue. Okay, all the way around the door trim area, now crossing from behind the seat belt, the passenger side seat belt on this Australian car, which has the so I didn't want to make this wire crossing more complicated. There should be more ways of doing this, more complicated, more neat, and more properly. But if this works fine and the cable is, I can see, not seen and protected well enough, so we should be good. So now I continue over here and push it underneath this plastic panel. It probably takes like 10 seconds to push all these cables underneath the plastic trim over here, so it shouldn't take much time, as you can see, and it shouldn't be much complicated. It needs to be well hidden with correct tension and protected. So we are almost there. So my intention is to take it through here and put it inside the glove box, and then I'll let you know what is the plan from there. And then what we do, remove this plastic trim from here, and so it's easily into the glove box, and we still have a lot of wire left, like 2 meters left from the wire. Good thing about my glove box, I already have an electrical connection over here, 12-volt cigarette lighter with 2 USBs. I've got it from the light up there, as you can see. You can do so that that power comes on with the ignition on, so this makes it heaps easier, and your center console would be looking like much cleaner. Okay, probably the best way to hide this cable is just leave as much as needed over here, and then the rest should be cable tied over here nicely, and then we direct it from underneath this glove box over here up to here, and we can also cross it behind the cup holder to here. That makes it look much neater. So I have used fabric tape to cross these to make it a bit unified and better looking. So actually there are 3 wires taped together over here: auxiliary, power, as well as the camera. So there are 3 options to choose from in the audio output, and that's the FM, auxiliary, and Bluetooth. So this is actually gonna work for every and any car. So this is the Apple CarPlay connection as well for my wife's phone, and the screen is very clear even in the sunlight. Very responsive system, and it can also be used with FM transmitter. So if you have any R129 or W124, you can transmit the voice to your radio, original radio, without hampering the original audio system as well. But of course, using auxiliary is much preferred because of a better sound quality. The downside is having these cables over here across to the Apple CarPlay, but that's the only downside in my opinion. The mounting might get tricky for some cars, but as you can see, this is the worst case scenario with the hump in the middle, but it's sitting perfectly without wobbling at all. Let's see how long it takes for the device to start up. Not long. It's very quick. So here is the night mode as well, so the screen is pretty much black. And what about the reverse camera? Putting it to reverse, and the night mode reverse camera is working very well, while outside is very dark. The only thing I need to do is to adjust the rear camera to look a bit lower. Okay, I've adjusted the camera and let's check it. It looks much better now. I mean, I'm looking at the floor, not the sky. So yes, we can depend on this. Okay guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video as well. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing. Have a great day. Bye.
Let's go.